Good morning, class. This is our second session of the same chapter, solid, liquid and gases. In the previous class, I have told you about the properties of solid, liquid and gases and their molecular arrangement. Right? Okay. So today we are going to do a little bit fun with those things, with those solids, liquids. Okay? So I think you all are excited. Now, first of all, look at them. You can see I have taken one plate in which I have kept three things. You can see them. You can identify this is something like it can be a salt or it can be a powdered sugar, but it's a salt. This is your sugar and this is coffee powder, or it may be your Horlicks or Bournvita that you people use. Okay, so these three things, you know them, you must have seen, and I've taken something else also. What's that? Water in the glasses. So what today we are going to study about the same topic that you know already, but I'm telling you, we are going to study about the solution. Then how solution made? What are the ingredients or what are the materials that are required to make a solution? So these three things, I have taken three. It can be many things. Okay. So as you know that this salt, sugar and Bournvita, it can be your coffee powder, okay, they can be added to the water, and we all know that these things very easily get mixed into the water. So first of all, let me put these things into the water. See, I have added the salt which was there in this container that has water, and you can see that the salt has been mixed into it. You are not able to see any particle of salt. The salt has been completely mixed into it. Okay, in the same way, as you know that if I will put that sugar, that will also get easily mixed into this. Okay. So, the substance that can be dissolved in the, what is this? This is liquid, some kind of liquid, and it is known as solvent. This is solvent. So, any substance that can dissolve in solvent is known as solute. So these are solutes. Any substance that can dissolve in solvent is known as solute. So a very simple definition for this solvent: any substance that dissolves solute in it. Both the defines are completely similar. But what we are saying, that solute solvent में dissolve होता है. Okay, and in the solvent define we are saying that any substance जिसमें solute dissolve होता है, so that is known as solvent. So two things, solute and solvent, I have added both of them in this. So now I have a solution, and you can see, it is so much clear. It's clear means the solute is completely dissolved in the solvent. So now I have this as a solution. This is known as solution because it has solute and solvent. So solute and solvent together is known as solution. So this is known as salt solution because I have added salt into it. If I would have added sugar, it can be the sugar solution. Okay, so very simple thing. It's very simple to understand. Okay, so now see, I have written this same for you. Solute, a substance that dissolves in a solvent. जो भी substance solvent में dissolve हो जाएगा, that is known as solute. Solvent, a substance that dissolves a solute in it. अपने अंदर, okay, अपने अंदर किसी भी solute को dissolve कर लेता है, that is solvent. And the mixture of both solute and the mixture of solute and solvent is known as solution. It can be sugar solution, it can be the salt solution. Okay, so these are the solution that I have shown you. And there is one interesting thing, as you know and you have seen, that sugar and salt, both the things get dissolved in the water. So they are soluble. We say na, they are soluble in water. So there are two substances which we can say soluble and insoluble. And please note that all the solute, I have written here, all solutes are your soluble substance because they dissolve in a liquid. Liquid means it was solvent, that water, in our case that I have shown you, okay, that was water. So water is a liquid. So the substances that dissolve completely in a liquid is known as soluble substances. Example, it can be salt, sugar, or all solutes. All solutes, why I am saying this? Because here I have written the example of solute: salt, sugar, glucose, coffee powder. It can be a Horlicks, it can be a Bonvita. So many things. So all are your soluble substances. Okay, soluble means soluble substances equals to solute. All solutes are soluble substances. Okay, now just opposite to it, it is insoluble substances, the substances that do not, please underline this, the word do not dissolve, means any substance, liquid that I have taken here, that is liquid. So the substances that do not dissolve in a liquid, it can be sand, it can be mud, it can be small pieces of rock, or it can be your pencil sharpenings. Number of things are there. Tea leaves, they are insoluble substances. Okay, is that clear? So just proceed to it, that I have written oil. So one more activity I am going to show you. I will take oil as your insoluble substance. Okay, now I am going to add oil. Then you can see this is mustard oil. Okay, I am going to put that mustard oil into it, into this water. Okay, I just pour the liquid into the water. I am mixing also. You can see I am mixing them. Okay, just I mixed that. Now just after some time, let it settle. See class, I have added oil into it, the mustard oil I have taken, and I added in this glass. You can see some bubbles also. You must be able to see some bubbles, and now I'm showing you. See, can you see the layer? It's very much clear that the oil has not been dissolved into the water. It is forming a separate layer, a yellow color layer. Okay, that has been a separated layer. Okay, so means oil is insoluble in liquid. Okay, so it is insoluble substance. Okay, just remember that thing. I will use the same point in one more concept. So just remember. Okay. Now, I am adding one more thing. I am showing you. Maybe at your home also it must be there. Can you read the word? It's vinegar. Vinegar in chemistry, we call that vinegar as acetic acid. Means it's a kind of acid, but it's edible. Means हम उसे खा सकते हैं. It's not a very harmful acid. We can have it. Okay. It's vinegar. So I am using vinegar. You can use some other thing also. You can use, I guess, your milk, a very simple thing. You can use milk. Okay. So now I'm going to pour a little bit amount of vinegar into the water. Now just see. Okay, that vinegar, it can be of brown color, it can be of just like water. Now you will say, ma'am, it is just like water, but no, it was not water, it is the vinegar that has transparent color. It's transparent. Now you can see there is no separate layer. See, okay, means vinegar has been added to the water, means the liquid, and it has been completely dissolved into it. But in this one, it was not dissolved. Okay, so can you just make out that both the things I have taken were liquids? In this also I have taken oil and water, both are liquids. Here I have taken vinegar and water, again both are liquid. Okay, but in this case it has been mixed properly, but in that case it has not been mixed. In this case 2 layers were formed, separate 2 layers, and in this case no layer was formed. So I think I taught you, and you must have studied in your previous class, that the term was miscible liquid and immiscible liquid. Remember? Yes. So the liquids that dissolve completely in each other, completely, is known as miscible liquid, and the liquids that do not dissolve completely in each other are known as immiscible. See, the spellings are both same. Miscible and miscible. Only the word I am, they are only extra. Otherwise, both the spellings are same. Just like in English, you do antonyms. It is the same. We are making antonyms of miscible by adding I am. Immiscible liquid. So, the liquids that dissolve completely with each other, miscible liquid. The liquid that do not dissolve in each other, immiscible liquid. And the second point, they do not form separate layer. This one. Okay? They do not form separate layers, but immiscible liquid, they form separate layers. Now examples, alcohol and water, milk and water, and here oil and water. Okay class? Now there are some other thing also that is soluble in water. Gases are also soluble in water, but not all gases. The gases which are soluble is our oxygen and carbon dioxide. Oxygen, if you remember, the aquatic plants and aquatic animals like fish, they take the oxygen which is dissolved in the water. So oxygen is soluble gas. Carbon dioxide is also soluble gas. So you can write these two names in the soluble substance category also and solute also. Okay, that oxygen and carbon dioxide, they both are soluble substance as well as we can say them as solute. And the gases which are insoluble, nitrogen, hydrogen and methane. Methane is also a name of a gas which is also known as marsh gas. Marsh, जिससे होता है ना दलदल, marsh is daldal. Okay, that gas has been formed there. That is why we call it marshy gas also. Okay, methane. Okay class, I think I am clear with the all points and you must have enjoyed the activities. You can do those activities at home also and understand the concept more clearly. Thank you.